Good morning. Welcome to Monday Messages with Kelly Mahoney. So, how was your week? What'd you do? It's been quite a week, hasn't it? This is one for the books. This is definitely a time for history we are living through right now. And I thought about what I was going to talk about on Monday's message. Last week when I put my Monday message out, a wonderful friend, Liam, who I thought at first was my son. I was like, oh my God, my son's got a hold of my YouTube account and he's watching my Monday messages, which nothing wrong with that, but I'd rather not have my son watch my YouTube account. He's got his own little YouTube account. But anyway, this was a different Liam, a young man, and we're friends on YouTube. And he said, hey, I would like to know your greatest moment in life or something like that. So I said, oh, that's a cool topic. And I was thinking about it all week. And this is a good thing for everybody to kind of think about too. What was your greatest moment in life? And, there's the easy go-tos like the birth of my son, my wedding day, all that stuff. However, I came to the conclusion that the best day of my life was actually August 3rd, 1997, which is I will be celebrating in about a month and a half from now. August 3rd, 1997 allowed the birth of my son and the marriage of my husband and all the other great things that happened in my life, other great moments in my life to happen, because that was the best day and the worst day of my life. It was the day where I finally realized I couldn't go on living like I was living anymore. I needed to make a change, and I needed to make a big change, or it was going to destroy me. And it was a turning point in my life that day. August 3rd, 1997 is my sobriety date. That's when I realized that I suffer from the disease of alcoholism. And, anybody in recovery or addiction or any sort of bad situation, devastating situation, is going to have to come to a point at some time in their life where they reach a bottom, where they can no longer live in denial of what's happening in their life and around them. And that was the place I came to. I had been in denial so many times. The thought was always there, but I kind of brushed it aside. And that day, there was no denying I'd lost all control. Once I started drinking alcohol, I could not stop. So I didn't know how to live life with alcohol, and I didn't know how to live life without alcohol. But I made the change. It got me into action. It kicked my butt. And I am going to be celebrating 23 years of sobriety in a month and a half, please God. It had me thinking about, too, kind of what's going on today. Because I thought about not talking about what's happening out there in the world, but it's you can't ignore it, just like you couldn't be in denial anymore about the alcoholism. The world has reached a bottom. They've reached a bottom. Everybody saw this man lose his life in 8 minutes and 46 seconds on a street corner sidewalk in Minneapolis that changed the world. That was the bottom. I truly believe that's the bottom. And it said you can't deny it anymore. You got to stop living in denial. It's time to make a change. And here's what I know about when you hit that bottom. It is painful. It's nasty. It's ugly. It hurts like hell. And you don't want to do the work you need to do, but you're willing to do whatever the heck you need to do to feel better, to fix the problem, to learn to live life as you were meant to live your life. And I think that's where we are today. I was thinking back to when in 1998, I rented an apartment in Sherman Oaks, California. And my roommate had just moved out, but by the luck of the draw, my friend Isaac from Orlando was moving to LA and needed a roommate. I loved Isaac. Isaac is actually, you might know Isaac. He was on Pirates of the Caribbean. He was a big black guy on Pirates of the Caribbean. He was also on Anger Management. Ironically, the line he had was, when Jack Nicholson says, "You people," and he says, "You people," that's Isaac. So Isaac, I don't know, Isaac was coming down. He was going to be my roommate. And my landlord pulled me aside and we went to McDonald's. I was like, oh, let me go to McDonald's and I want to buy you a cup of coffee. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just want to learn. Can you tell me a little bit about your roommate? And I was like, yeah, sure, I can tell you. He's a great guy. We've been friends forever. He's one of the, most funny guys I know. And he is going to be a great tenant for you. And then Mike kind of cut to the chase. He said, yeah, well, that's all good, but what is he black? And I remember looking at Mike thinking, am I really having this conversation right now? Is this really happening? And I said to him, yeah, he's black, all right. Well, we kind of don't want to we like to kind of keep our community. And I stopped him right there. I said, Mike, don't get yourself into trouble here. I said, I know Isaac to be a good person, and regardless of the color of his skin, he's going to be my roommate. Now, if you've got issues with that, we can take it up in a court of law, and I'm sure we will win. Actually, looking back now, who knows if we would have not. But that stopped the conversation right there. And we ended it, and Isaac moved in, and as was noted, he was a great roommate. We had a wonderful time as roommates in our little Sherman Oaks apartment. Everybody in the apartment loved Isaac, and he actually still lives there to this day. I think he actually lives by himself there. But it really brought home to me at that time, and this was in 1998. Brought home to me at the time, it's like, oh yeah, there's something here. There is something here. And I remember Isaac, we would sit down and talk, and he would tell me how he can't go into a convenience store without having people follow him around. I don't know that feeling, but Isaac does. It's something he's had to live with his whole life. So yeah, this whole denial thing's been going on for a long, long time. And it's just finally bubbled up to the surface that we can no longer deny that it's happening. And it's, taken so long for things to happen. Now, when I do these Monday messages, I don't want it to be political. I want to give a message of hope to help and heal. So my message of hope today is, yes, there's been this undercurrent that's been swept under the rug of racial inequality for a while. And it's coming to the surface now, and it's there. Now, what are we going to do about it? We've hit a bottom. It's time to start taking action at the bottom and make the changes so everybody can live in the world that we were meant to live in according to our higher powers plan for us. I don't want Isaac to have to look around his shoulder and watch the convenience store clerk watch him when he's in the convenience store, or any person of color, whether it's black, brown, white, who knows, whatever color you are, the whole diversity rainbow. Think how stunning it is when you see a rainbow. It literally takes your breath away when you see the beauty of a rainbow, because it's this natural wonder. It's almost like a gift from God out there. And you see each color blending so beautifully and each color so beautifully adding to the rainbow. Well, that's the diversity. We need that rainbow. We need that diversity. So think about it. Where are you today? What are you going to do to make a change? Where do you stand in all this? And I don't want to discount either the work of the law enforcement, because I have friends who are in law enforcement who are wonderful people. And thank God for my law enforcement friends and the law enforcement officers. There's just a few. We can't judge the actions of all with the actions of some. I think there's more honorable, good law enforcement officers than there are bad out there. And I want to salute our law enforcement officers who are out there protecting and serving us, every day, even in the midst of all this. And I want to also say, for those of you that have been stuck with this underlying current of discrimination that's been prevalent in our society, just swept under the rug, there's hope on the horizon. There's hope on the horizon. There's a change. There's a change happening. There's a change happening today. And, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be hurtful, painful, but I promise you, once we get to the other side of it, it'll be a beautiful rainbow. So with that, I leave you with this week's Monday message. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. Bye.